song Amarillo by Morning is most closely associated with country superstar George Strait. However, it was written by Leon Rausch of Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. George's recording was in the key of D. We will also play it in the key of D. For that, we'll use standard G tuning for strings 4 through 1, D, G, B, D. But when we get to the 5th string, we'll put it under this spike if you have one at the 7th fret. Otherwise, just tune it up until you get to the note A. We'll first go over each of the phrases and then put it all together in a practice track. We begin by mimicking the sound of the fiddle introduction that you hear on the record. To do that, we use our 3rd finger at the 4th fret, slide up to the 7th fret on the 1st string, adding your 2nd finger on the 2nd string 7th fret. The slide is performed slowly, as is that pull-off, which is the pinky going from fret 9 down to fret 7, which you're already holding. The second measure has an F sharp minor played as the rhythm chord. We don't have to change anything. These two notes will blend in nicely. Hit the 2nd string, come down here to fret 2 on the 1st string before going to the G measure. Again, that pull-off is performed slowly. And you're at the halfway point and just play the whole introduction one more time. The last measure of A before we begin the verse is different on the 2nd time through the introduction. Notice your index finger, to perform the roll correctly, needs to come over to the 3rd string. Resolves to that open D note. You then hold your D chord and there's that same slide again that we had in the introduction. This time it's going with the melody. Amarillo by morning. There's a forward roll on the G chord. Up from San Antone. Halfway through the verse, you'll be asked to slide from fret 7 up to 9 during the G chord. And then you move that 3rd finger back to fret 7 with the 1st finger picking up fret 5. So the melody is pretty much staying on string 1, which is a little unusual because in the key of G, the melody hangs around on strings 4, 3, and 2. Watch carefully how my 1st and 3rd fingers play through this next part. When the sun is high, the Texas sky, be bucking at the county fair. During the last line of the melody, it's a lot like the beginning of the verse. But this time you hit the 5th fret instead of before it was the 7th fret. As the solo finishes up, it basically goes back to the introduction. In this case, we'll call it an outro just to conclude what we're going to play. We'll now perform the entire song for you with a scrolling tab going across the top of the screen. If you'd like to order the tab for this song, feel free to check the video description. And as always, dig in and have fun.